Now let us see the Pythagoras theorem. Now as we already know what is an Pythagoras theorem, a Pythagoras theorem says the square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides, right? But we have to prove this Pythagoras theorem by considering the similarity of the triangles. Okay, even though we know it, but how we can be proving this, let us see. Okay, so the theorem says in a right triangle the square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides. Okay, I have written the converse also. So first we will prove the straight theorem and then we will go for the converse. So now let us construct a right angle triangle. Now I am constructing a right angle triangle in this way, where my angle B is 90 degree. Okay, now I am drawing a perpendicular from B which is intersecting AC at point D. Okay, so ABC is my right angle triangle. According to the theorem, what will be the hypotenuse? AC, and what are the two sides? AB and BC. So your given information is what? Triangle ABC is right angled triangle, whereas to prove is hypotenuse square, that is AC square, is equal to square of the other two sides, that is AB square plus BC square. Okay, now here we have to make use of the similarity criteria. Now triangle ABC and triangle ADB. So triangle ABC and triangle ADB, they are similar to one another. Why? Because the theorem which says a perpendicular drawn from the right angle of a right angled triangle on the hypotenuse divides it into two similar triangles, which is similar to the outer triangle. It means ADB and ABC are similar, and also ABC is similar to BDC. So these two triangles are similar to one another and also similar to the outer triangle. So that is what the theorem says. Okay, and hence ABC is similar to ADB. So if the two triangles are similar, their sides will be proportional. See, I want AB square and BC square. As you can see here, AB side is present. If I want a square, definitely in one fraction the side has to be in the numerator, and in another fraction the side has to be in the denominator. Only then when you cross multiply them you will get it square. Okay, so in first case AB upon AD. Okay, so I have taken the side AB in the numerator. In second case I want it in the denominator. It means if I am taking AB, it will be equal to AC. Okay, so why am I explaining you this? Because only two sides we are taking as proportional. We don't want all the three sides. Whatever you have to prove, according to that you have to frame your equations, isn't it? And therefore, since ABC and ADB are similar, so AB by AD is equal to AC by AB. I want AB in the denominator, therefore I have taken AC by AB. If you cross multiply, what you will be getting? AB square is equal to AD into AC. Let us mark this as equation 1, right? Similarly, in second case, I want BC. So for that, which two triangles I will be considering? ABC, the outer triangle, it will remain as it is. Now, ABC is similar to which triangle? BDC. Why they are similar? See, C and C, angle C, that is the common angle, whereas angle B and angle D, they are also equal. Why? Because angle B is also 90 degree and angle D is also 90 degree. So by AA similarity, actually the two triangles are similar and hence their sides are proportional. Okay. So this was actually proved in the theorem, so that's why I didn't take, but these two triangles are similar by AA similarity. One common angle and one 90-degree angle. So now here also, in one case I want BC in the numerator and in another case I want BC in the denominator. So see, if I take BC here, so last two sides last two vertices I am taking, so here also it will be BC by DC equal to. In second case I want BC in the denominator. So I am taking BC in the denominator, so here in the numerator it will be AC. So let us cross multiply, it will give me BC square is equal to AC into DC. Let us mark this as equation number 2. So you have got two equations. In our prove that I want the sum of the squares of these two equations. So let us write adding 1 and 2. So adding 1 and 2, whenever you are adding, you will be adding the left hand sides and the right hand sides. So the left hand sides will be AB square plus BC square, which will give me AD into AC. So let us write AD into AC plus AC into DC. As you can see, there is AC common on both sides, so let us take it as common. What will be remaining in the bracket? If I take AC common out here, AD is remaining, and if I take AC common out here, DC is remaining. But what is AD plus DC? It is the complete length AC. So can I replace that bracket with AC? Yes. So it will be AB square plus BC square, which is nothing but equal to AC into AC. And what is AC into AC? AC into AC is nothing but your AC square. So as you can see, we have proved that the square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Okay, so pretty easy. Taking outer triangle similar to ADB first by AA similarity, hence AB by AD is equal to AC by AB. Taking cross multiplying, taking equation 1. Second case, ABC, BDC, therefore BC by DC equal to AC by BC, again taking BC square. Second equation, adding their LHS, adding their RHS, and then you will be getting AC as common. So AD plus DC, taking AD plus DC as AC, since AC is the complete length addition of AD and DC, and hence we have proved AB square is AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Okay, so this was the straight theorem Pythagoras. So now what will be its converse? Now since it was a right angle triangle, hence the square of hypotenuse is equal to square of the sum of the square of other two sides. Now in the converse, what it would be? It would be if the square of one side of any triangle is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides, then it is a right angle triangle. If it was 90-degree, then AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. In second case, if AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, then B is a 90-degree angle. See, in a triangle, if square of one side is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Now here, you have to consider one triangle. Suppose I am considering a triangle ABC. Now here, I don't know if angle B is 90-degree or not, because nowhere in the statement they have specified. What they have said, if you are taking square of one side, now one side, that side you could take anything. So I am taking AC square. So AC square is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. Sum of squares of other two sides. Yes, and if this is the condition, then the angle opposite to first side. Now first side means the square which we have taken at the first place. When they say square of one side, so this one side is the first side. So the angle opposite to first side will be 90-degree. Okay, so this is your given, and to prove will be, you have to prove angle B to be 90-degree. Okay, so the converse of it, let us see. Here we will be making one extra triangle. So let us draw one another triangle named as PQR. So the construction, it says draw triangle PQR. But how are you drawing it? In such a way that AB is equal to PQ, so this length is equal to this length, whereas BC is equal to QR, so this length is equal to this length, and angle Q I am taking as 90 degree. Now can I draw a triangle like this? Yes, in which these two sides are equal to this respective two sides, and one angle I am taking as 90 degree. Definitely you can draw. Yes, you can consider this length, draw that length, this length, draw the another length, but whenever you are drawing, just construct a 90 degree angle out here, and then you can join PR. Yes, I don't know whether PR is equal to AC or not. Currently I don't know, but taking two sides as equal to two other sides and taking one angle as 90 degree, definitely I can draw a triangle like this. Yes, so now it means PQR is a right angle triangle. Yes, so if PQR is a right angle triangle, can I write PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square? Why? Just now we have proved our Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square. Yes, but PQ is equal to what? AB. QR is equal to what? BC. Let us replace. So PR square is equal to AB square plus AC square. But in our given condition, what is given? AB square plus, sorry, here it should be BC. But in our given condition, what it is said? It said AB square plus BC square is actually equal to what? AC square. So if I name this as equation 1 and this as equation number 2, so from 1 and 2, what can I say? Their RHS are equal, isn't it? AB square plus BC square. So if their RHS are equal, definitely their LHS will be equal, which means AC is equal to PR square. Taking square root, AC is equal to PR. So what we got? We have also got the third side to be equal. And if I consider these two triangles, that is triangle ABC and triangle PQR, all the three sides are equal. AB is equal to PQ, that is what my construction is. BC is equal to QR, whereas AC equal to PR, just now I have shown. And hence I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. By what congruency? By SSS congruency. Isn't it? Yes, three sides are equal. And if the two triangles are equal, what does that mean? Angle B is equal to angle Q by CPCT. But angle Q is what? Angle Q I have taken as 90 degree, which means angle B is also equal to 90 degree. Okay, so this was the converse of Pythagoras theorem, in which the one side square was equal to sum of the squares of other two